Hi, Capricorn. Okay, so for this general reading, we're going to be discussing what it is your soul is looking for when it comes to a soulmate. I feel like part of our journey in this life is figuring out who we really are before the world told us who to be. It's very hard to get in touch with something that's already within us, right? Because our true essence, our true self is already there, but it's hard to touch upon it or really figure out like what we resonate with, what doesn't, what we are looking for when it comes to friends, connections, relationships, lovers. Sometimes we're too hung up in what everybody else is doing or what seems to be right or what looks wrong. And then we make decisions and choices based off of things that are outside of us, things that have nothing to do with what we actually truly want in this life. And life is meant to be lived in a joyous type of way, like literally happy. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be successful. You're not supposed to be miserable. You know, as much as I talk about karma, karmic debt, karmic lessons, it's like, yeah, that's the difficult part of life, but like you're meant to get to the other side from that. You're meant to work through whatever life lessons you signed up for before reincarnating, and you're meant to win. You're meant to win. And the things that you're meant to win at are the things that make your soul happy. And there's a big difference between what makes your soul happy and what makes your ego happy. And when you get in touch with this, you're going to recognize it right away. You know, what makes you smile? What makes you feel good? What brings in those high vibes, the high frequency? And are these repetitive things you've seen throughout your life where it's like every time, I don't know, I'm going to give a terrible example because that's like not my thing. I remember when I was younger, a kid, anytime for those of you who remember Tower Records, the yellow bag with the red writing, you know, going to Tower Records as a kid and buying the newest CD was like, that shit like lit me up. Like literally, like I think about these things and so there's something about music. I think about crystals and I'm like, oh, shiny, like a child. I'm like, this is pretty. What energy does it give? You know what? Don't tell me. Let me test it and see if it does. You know, like things like that. Everything I just said, literally, I love doing that. I love doing testing things out in a way that works for me and maybe not a way that works for society. You know, that would be like my Uranus energy, my rebel-like tendencies. It's like, I don't care what people say. Like, I'm going to test this out and see if it works for me. And if it works for me, great. That's all that matters. You know, like, I don't give a shit. I think about crystals and this really provides healing energy. I mean, it's also scientifically proven that, you know, crystals really do give off energy. There is something to that. It's not just, you know, like woo-woo. I think about how since I was a child, I'm always telling people who made me laugh, like, say another joke, make me laugh. And like, these are all positive, high frequency things. When you look into how to raise your frequency, it's music. It is things that are of healing, like crystals, laughing, things like that. And when you really reconnect to specific things that have been playing out your whole life that you've always felt good about, it's like that right there is what makes your soul happy. And some of us are connected to that and some of us aren't. So what I'm trying to get at is we may find ourselves in these repetitive cycles with different people, but yet the same situation, the same arguments, the same fights, the same turnout keeps happening over and over. And we ask ourselves like, oh my God, what am I doing to attract these terrible people? And it's like, well, there's a problem right there. It's like you're not accepting something within yourself. And most people don't. Most people just kind of leave it there like, oh my God, these people just gravitate towards me. Or they just believe like they're an empath and that they attract narcissists. So it's like, it's part of their fate. And it's like, no, life is not meant to be that way. Maybe it's part of your life lessons, which are repetitive cycles, which will show up time and time again, where you're in the same situation, just with different people. And it's like, something's got to change here. It's being shown in your face for a reason. So, these situations you get yourself into, it's like you have to really figure out the role that you're playing. Why do you attract the partners you do? And honestly, all this can be found in your natal chart. I swear to God, if you're a woman, look to see where your Mars placement is, what house, under what energy. Look at Juno. I know Juno is really like, it's a little confusing because it's like it's your energy, but it's also the energy within a soulmate that's going to work for you. So Juno, Mars, if you're a guy, you can also see where your Venus placement is, in which house and under what energy. And then you can also look up, I think, this one I'm just going off the top of my head. Don't quote me. It could be wrong here. Your Vesta, which is an asteroid, which can help you to see how your relationships can be successful and how they currently usually are based off your energy. And it's like, you'll probably see some type of correlation within that, the type of partners you attract. And I would go based off of, really the Juno, really, because whatever that description is, that's going to really work for you within a partner. Like, truly. I don't care if you're a male or a female, it just doesn't matter. So when we get into these karmic cycles, what could be playing a hand here besides, us being just as guilty, is our Neptune energy. So it's really important to see where the planet Neptune lies in your natal chart. And then not only seeing that, under which house placement and under what energy, but seeing the aspects as well. Aspects are the energy in astrology where two planets come together, and it's like, sometimes there's planets that are like opposition of each other, where it's like, ooh, that's going to be a hard time. There's planets that trine, which is like, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a good time. There's conjunction. I don't remember that off the top of my head. And then there's squares. So squares is that Saturn energy you're going to feel, which it's like you're meant to have difficulty with these specific things, like half of your life, and then you're meant to come to this realization that like something's got to change, something's got to happen here, because we can't keep it going this way. And you're going to feel that. It doesn't matter if you're spiritual or not. You're going to feel this energy, and you're going to call it something else. You're just not going to call it squares. You're not going to call it Saturn. You're just going to, I don't know, give it something basic, like, it's just life, and it's like, oh, okay, Joe, thanks for summing it up for me. So Neptune is the planet of imagination. It's the planet of intuition. It's the planet of psychic abilities. So therefore, there is a fine line where you have to discern what's real and what's not. So, for example, Neptune squaring Venus. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, money, aesthetics, all things beautiful. If you have this placement where it's Neptune squares Venus, it's like you're going to have a hard time with romance, okay? And let me tell you why. Neptune, as much as it's like there's so much truth that lies within there, because it's the ruler of Pisces, it's like you may have too much of it with specific planets where it's going to fuck up your sight, and it's going to feel so real, but it's actually just not. It's a bunch of fucking clouds. It's a bunch of fog. So you're going to make wrong judgment calls on people. Something that could feel so real is actually just real for you and not the other person. You could feel that the person you're with is so special and so different, and it's like, but are they really? Like, let's not give them too much credit. You know what I mean? Like, are they, or are you seeing something that's real, but it's like their higher self? Are you seeing the potential of what could be, but not what is? Another example, when Neptune squares your ascendant, which is your rising sign, it means that when you meet people, you're going to make possibly the wrong judgment calls. You're going to make possible accusations about people when you first meet them, and then you're going to learn that, oh, this person isn't like who I thought they were to be. So it's very important to see, you know, if Neptune is playing out in your romantic life, because then you can work with that energy because you understand it and how it's playing out, and then learn from it and grow from it. Read up on it. What energy is your planet Neptune in? Which house placement? What are the aspects within that? And then Google it. Is it true? Do you resonate with what it's saying? And then, you know, when you YouTube these things, it'll give you advice. It'll tell you, okay, so this is what you have a habit of doing. And it's all very real because it's energy that feels like it can't be controlled, right? Because we're all not the same. We share certain aspects with one another as humans. We go through very similar experiences, but yet we're very different at the end of the day. No matter what anybody says, it's like nobody can be you. They just can't. They can be very close, but they can't be you. So when I went through my first spiritual awakening, I printed out, because I'm weird, a lot of spiritual quotes or just things that resonated with me that made me feel good. And I printed them out so I could see them. And, you know, another thing is when you go through a breakup, it's like, if you're one of those people who just like has to get under somebody to get over somebody, it's like the truth of the matter is that's not going to help you, right? It's just not. It's just keeping you busy. It's keeping you out of alignment with who you are, because you don't want to face specific things, because you don't want to feel pain. You don't want to feel hurt. And that sucks, because if you were to just handle it and be responsible with how it is you feel, it's like you can heal yourself. So what you really should be doing to properly heal, to get out of these karmic loops, is to reflect and understand what it is that works for you in relationships and what doesn't. And then creating boundaries based off of that, and then not backing down from your boundaries. Knowing when it's time to leave because, you know, you've stayed past your welcome sign. I said that wrong, but whatever. So I found these old Post-its from years ago, and I did not stick to these because I backed out of my own boundaries, and therefore I got fucked over in the end. And I'm not saying it as a victim. Like I got fucked over, so did these people. Like, we're all at play here. So I wrote, when I find someone who can make me laugh, smile, and who has very similar goals as mine and actually acts on them, then I have found my match. Someone who challenges me in good ways, and someone who accepts me for who I am, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have then found my match. We're inspired to understand what we can't comprehend. I feel like this is what keeps us in these repetitive cycles, these karmic loops with people, karmic relationships, because it's like, when it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad. And it's like, we want to figure it out because, oh my God, when it's good, it's so good. So like, we got to figure this out. We can come together and figure out a solution. And it's like, that only works when two people together bring in new energy. It never works when someone is just doing it themselves. You know, a good relationship is obviously going to have problems, right? Because we all have problems. It's life. Life's a journey, and we're just learning. So, you know, soulmates aren't going to be perfect, but at the same time, it shouldn't be so much. There shouldn't be so many problems. There just shouldn't. You know, it's not that relationships are meant to be easy, but yeah, they fucking are. You know, it's like, yeah, there's going to be tough times ahead, and you know, you guys should work at them together, but it's like, sometimes it's just time to fucking leave, and we don't, and that's where we burn ourselves, and there's that karmic debt to pay for that. You can't disrespect yourself and not pay a price for that, you know. So with that being said, I'm going to pull some cards, and you know, maybe this will give you food for thought or something to think about over the next few days, and see if this makes sense to you, because The cards I'm going to pull is what resonates with your soul, and you may or may not be in touch with that. So what is your soul looking for when it comes to a soulmate? What is your soul looking for when it comes to a soulmate? 9 of Cups. Okay. Wishes fulfilled. Oh, okay. 9 of Swords. Mental conflict. Okay, well, we know that's not true. Ace of Coins. Death in reverse. Okay. All right, and I don't care if these come up as reversals. We're not taking them. They're fucking pictures. Like, let's not do that. The danger isn't that cute stranger you're dying to meet or the one you have lost touch with, but who sleeps next to you night after lonely night. The danger lies in continuing the cycle of self-destruction by letting yourself stay fallen. The real danger lies in giving up. So if you're not getting what you want when it comes to love, or you see yourself in any part of this, my challenge to you is this. Do one small thing today that either gets you closer to meeting someone if you're single, or improves your relationship if you're coupled up. Just one small thing, and work on releasing all of those limiting ideas about who you are in all of this. Do some mindset spring cleaning. I bet things will feel at least a little bit better. If you are already out there being happy and fabulous, already extra credit. Okay, that's one. I feel like I keep going to this one, so I'm just going to grab it. Your emotions are the indication of what vibration you are holding. Your vibration equals your point of attraction for everything coming. Okay, so that got cropped, so, and I don't remember the quote, so you're going to have to use your imagination. Tap into that Neptune energy. Okay, one more. Oh shit, this one again. Okay, if you, when you know you messed up, but have an explanation. Okay. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm noticing 9. So 9th house placement, travel, higher learnings, higher education, whatever, philosophy. Okay. I'm going to close my eyes and channel. What is your soul looking for when it comes to a soulmate? What is your soul looking for? I'm seeing tons of trees. I'm definitely seeing like a palace in the back, like something that resembles education, learning. And it's turning into you, like your head, as the temples. What are you looking for? Abundance. I'm seeing a bundle of flowers. Happiness. It's there. It's in your subconscious mind. I don't feel like you have access to it, but it's there. I see it in your head. So you may not be feeling like good or happy. It's definitely like a current energy I'm seeing. So what are you looking for? I'm gonna open my eyes for a second. So I can't help but feel like this is current energy, and it's like, so this is the opposite of that. Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. Something about, I'm definitely seeing ninth house placement energy here, because I'm seeing trees, I'm seeing a temple, and then the temple is like your mind. Nine of Swords, going into your mind. There's some type of mental conflict. So I feel like, what is your soul looking for? Happiness, wisdom. I feel like a clear mind. Something about your heart. I'm seeing a horse. Ooh, what the hell? I see a horse trying to gallop, and it gets pulled back. It gets pulled back. It gets pulled back. And now somebody's on the horse. I think it got out. So what are you looking for? I can't help but feel like freedom, like not feeling restrained. What are you looking for? Close my eyes. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Balance. Tons of light, tons of happiness. Okay. Other things. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna open my eyes. So what are you looking for? You know what I'm noticing here? It's like eyes are closed, and this is like what's behind the curtain. A change. So these two, this is obviously not what you're looking for when it comes to a soulmate. When it comes to a soulmate, you don't want to be in mental conflict, and you don't want things to end. So it's like these are, I feel like something is going on currently where there's mental conflict, and I don't know, but something, it's like very, I don't want to say like dark, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just not good. So what are you looking for when it comes to a soulmate? No mental conflict. You're looking for balance. So maybe this is something you don't get in relationships, is actual balance, actual happiness, real passion. That's how I'm going to word what I saw towards the end. Okay, we're just going to leave it at that. Okay. What are you looking for? I keep getting a horse that keeps coming out. A horse that comes out of the door from the light, and it goes into, I was going to say a crop field, but now I feel like we're in church. What would make your soul happy? Oh, isn't the 9th house placement religion? I could be making that up. I don't remember. A home. What would make your soul happy? So the danger isn't that cute stranger you're dying to meet or the one you have lost touch with, but who sleeps next to you night after lonely night. The danger lies in continuing the cycle of self-destruction by letting yourself stay fallen. The real danger lies in giving up. So I feel like it's what is your soul looking for in a soulmate? Having faith in you, like having faith in the relationship to not give up. Because there's something about having faith, building a home, wanting to feel free within this. And how can you feel free? While building with someone, right? By trusting, by knowing that you're safe. Do one small thing today that either gets you closer to meeting someone if you're single or improves your relationship if you're coupled up. Just one small thing. And work on releasing all of those limiting ideas about who you are in all of this. Yeah, I feel like that's the message too. Work on releasing all of those limiting ideas about who you are in all this. Do some mindset spring cleaning. I feel like somebody who doesn't limit your ideas. There's something about freedom going on here. So it's like, some type of energy of never giving up because you're more than capable. Something like that. And some people really do need that. And there's nothing wrong with that. When you know you messed up, but you have an explanation. Look how cute he is. I would literally make him clean all that up. There's no way. Okay, let's do this. What is your soul looking for? What is your soul looking for? I'm seeing a purse. That's weird. I feel like I'm witnessing somebody stealing. I'm definitely seeing an owl. So that's wisdom, that's messages. Stealing. Oh my God. Currency, time. Okay, so I feel like there's an insecurity coming through in this reading about being in fear of freedom, being in fear of wasting your time. I feel like I'm seeing plants growing. I'm seeing tons of different shoes. I feel like growth, like a relationship that can prosper. Okay, and have passion. Passion is a big. Your emotions are the indication of what vibration you are holding. Your vibration equals your point of attraction for everything coming. So I feel like you're just looking for one of those one of those like a power couple. You know what I mean? Where it's like you water me, I water you, and then we grow. And movement. There's definitely movement. So you're going to have to hold that energy where you see fit. If it's travel or like making moves, you know, maybe it's all of that, but that's what I see works for your soul. So you're either in touch with that or you're not. I do feel like when doing this specific reading, the cards are showing up a specific way for a reason. When I say that, I mean like I said before, Nine of Swords being straight forward and death being in reverse is not something your soul is looking for within a soulmate. It's just not. So this could be current energy. I'm not too sure. I really wasn't tapping into that. But there's a message here about wanting travel, like movement of some sort. So I would really think about what it is you're looking for a partner, the things that you're not willing to accept, and then sticking to it, you know, and making sure that you and your person are on the same page with that. And, you know, and then discern from that, because people, not only do they lie, but sometimes they think they can play out the role that you're looking for, right? And it's not that they intentionally try to deceive us, but it's just like they really believe in that moment, especially in the honeymoon phase, that they can provide for you what it is you're looking for, just to find out they can't, because they're trying to be somebody they can't. So I think understanding what your expectations are and understanding what's realistic and what's a little irrational, and trying to figure out where you can compromise along the way. So that would be my advice to you. And yeah, that's what I got for you. So I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. All right, bye.